Okay, so it was kind of a struggle getting her back into her box. Hi everyone, welcome back to Mr. Free Hugs. I'm Chris, and I'm going to share with you guys these two Disney Store classic dolls. In this video, I will give you guys a proper adult collector review, show you guys how to unbox, and how I customize the paperboard packaging. I have already opened Princess Aurora from this recent release of Disney Store dolls, so I can assure you guys that the quality of these dolls are well worth the original price of $14.95 US. And right now, the dolls are marked down to $10, so I highly recommend that you guys go out and get at least one doll who is your favorite character. Here is the shape of the box for this recent release of Disney Store classic dolls. And here is the bottom of the box. And here is the bottom of the box. The plastic window is attached to the paperboard packaging with clear tape. Two pieces at the top, two pieces on the sides. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all of the clear tape, but the only pieces of tape that you want to leave alone is the two pieces at the top right here. And you want to make sure that you remove the clear tape very carefully so that you don't rip the paperboard. And I also apologize for filming in my car, but this is the only quiet place that I can do this video. So now I'm just going to remove the clear plastic window with these tabs right here. And for this box, it's pretty easy, so you won't need to worry too much about the paperboard ripping. There is a piece of tape holding in the inner paperboard packaging to the outer paperboard packaging, which was a little bit different from the other Disney Store doll that I opened, which was Princess Aurora from this recent release. Okay, so I removed the clear tape that was holding in the inner packaging to the outer. I'm going to cut off this Disney logo right here. Try to make it nice and smooth as possible, but sometimes it's not, a straight line. And it was the same way for Princess Aurora's box, but just do the best that you can. I want to remove as much of this paperboard as possible. You don't want to cut off the entire thing because you still need the plastic window to be attached into this slot here. And also the side of the box is like held together with the shape of the paperboard. So to cut this out properly, I'm going to open these tabs. So I've already started to make some cuts right here. So I'm going to go straight across under her name, and to make the corners nice and sharp and clean, I'm going to use an X-Acto knife and cut this way. And the X-Acto knife is just going to make the corner right here, just so that it makes it easier to slide these large scissors. So I'm just laying the paperboard out nice and open so it's easy. I'm just going to make scores in the paperboard in nice small strokes so that you don't rip the paperboard. And it's not perfect, it's not, as straight as it could be, but as long as it's not like noticeable, I don't really care. I'm going to be the only person looking at this box. But again, if you want it to be perfect, use a pencil and a ruler and then draw onto the paperboard on this side to cut it out nice and straight. And this right here that you see sticking out is the tabs from the sides of the box. So that's up to you if you want to like make sure you cut this off, or make sure that you don't cut too much paperboard so that the tabs don't show. But I think that because of the design and like the colors of the paperboard, it kind of hides it, so it's not like too noticeable. So while taking off the clear tape, I've noticed that there is like two pieces at the bottom holding in the plastic window to the paperboard, so I'm going to remove that. Okay, so for Kristoff, there is two pieces of tape right here holding in the inner packaging to the outer packaging, so I'm going to remove that. So Kristoff's paperboard packaging is a little bit different. I need to open this tab here, and there's really no easy way to open this without like ripping the paperboard. There's like these extra tabs right here that makes it harder to open. So you just have to kind of like shimmy the paperboard like back and forth, kind of like jiggle it out slowly. And now it's open. So the tape is holding in the Disney Store logo right here. So I'm just going to remove that. And that tape is like connecting to the back here. So I'm going to have to pull that off. So now I'm going to open this tab up right here on the paperboard. So this is what the packaging looks like once you open it up. There's two more tabs on each side right here. So here is technically the outer packaging. Alright, so now I finished customizing the paperboard box. You can see I cut off right here. And it's not straight, obviously. Like this one is like really crooked. And I accidentally cut off way too much. So now this portion right here isn't like able to close and connect back into the slots right here. So that was a mistake. If you're going to do this, make sure you leave like more paperboard on this side, because yeah, that would help to, like, this part just ripped because it was too thin. So for Charlotte, she has like a tab, the plastic cable holding in her feet, and then the back is like held in with this wire. Her head, oh my gosh, her head doesn't have the plastic tabs, it's just the wire here. And then these two are holding in her arms. So I'm gonna take off this clear tape and remove these plastic fasteners because I don't need that to display the doll. Her hands are attached with clear elastics to this plastic portion. If I can get this camera to focus. I figured out that this elastic band is just holding in her elbows down to the box. So I'm just going to cut off that elastic band holding in her elbows. So this plastic cable here holding in her ankles, I'm just going to leave that in there because you can just slide it out. You can slide her feet out. But up here, it came with this plastic thing right here. And this is just to like help this paperboard not rip from like the wires right here. So I'm going to keep that when I put her back in the box. I'm just going to remove these elastic bands holding her shoes into her feet, and then I can slide her legs out of the plastic cable holding in her ankles. So here's this wire around her waist, and the easiest way to take it off is to go underneath her dress and pull it out. Now we know that it's a $14.95, $10 doll. Look at her leg. It's like curved. But she does have flat feet. And she has pink underwear. She has Velcro in the back of her dress that goes all the way up to this vampire collar. It has glitter on it. And the tulle or whatever this fabric is large enough to cover her behind, because sometimes with these pieces like Cinderella, they're not large enough to like cover up the back. And here is the Disney's tag inside her dress. Here are her cute little shoes that are also flats for her flat feet. They're made out of flexible plastic or vinyl. She has posable arms. They swivel and they also turn like inside and out. And she has actually really strong joints, which I'm really surprised about because I don't like dolls with articulation. But this doll, like, her articulation is like really tight, and so was Princess Aurora's. So I like that. Her hands turn and she moves at the shoulder and her hips, and she has the bend and snap knees, and her head's completely rotatable. Yeah, she's back into her packaging, so I can just go ahead and show you guys how to rebox. I need to slide her feet back into the plastic cable here and then put her shoes back on. Woo! Okay, so it was kind of a struggle getting her back into her box. You don't have to worry about her shoes falling off because the shoes fit her feet really well. I put the tissue back into her dress. The fabric of this dress is typical doll fabric. It's kind of cheap. The ends kind of fray. but it's to be expected. There's some plastic cables right here holding in her sash or ribbon. And here she also has the glittery tool on her sleeves. And it looks like she has some elastic here in her sleeve. And then her collar, this vampire collar, the edges are not finished off. But I think with this fabric that they're using for the collar, it's not fraying, so that's okay. Again, her body is made out of really good vinyl or plastic. Nice and sturdy. Her hair has some elastic in it, which I will eventually remove because I don't want that elastic to corrode. Her tiara is held in with some very thin, like, fishing line into her head, just like Princess Aurora's crown. She has a side part right here, but the rest of her hair is rooted upwards so that it can make like a ponytail or bun. Here are her earrings. I don't know if they're removable. Oh, okay. Yeah, they are removable. So you might need to be careful with that if you're going to give her to a child. And all of these little extra pieces, like the elastic holding in her feet, and all of this, I'm just going to stuff in here. I just like to keep things, everything. I don't like to throw any of the packaging if I don't have to. And yeah, just gonna stuff this into her dress. Now her plastic window is back on. Once I get out of this car and go home, I will clean her up just so that she's not dirty. So first things first, I want to remove all of this clear tape on the packaging. Okay, so I removed all the clear tape, and you can see that I ripped the paperboard in the process because I need to hurry up. I'm running out of battery, I'm running out of daylight. It's probably going to take a while to get out too because they like really tied it up and wrapped it around too many times. I think I'm going to cut that off. Unlike Princess Charlotte, hers didn't need to be cut off. And then these plastic things are holding in his hands. I'm going to push that out. Okay, that was easy. And oh, he's out. And I thought he had some plastic cables in his head, but he doesn't. And they have twisted it inside here under his clothes a couple times. So I need to unwind that. So I am really shocked by how, wow, I'm still shocked by the quality of the clothes, like the fabric. He has like really multiple different types of fabric in his outfit. He has posable arms, a shoulder. Yes, they're bend and snap knees. He's very sturdy vinyl plastic body. Sculpted hair, but his head is squishy. And his head can turn from side to side. You can see they've painted his hair really realistically. At first I thought he had highlights, but I think because of the paint that they're using, it's like shiny. And it really looks like he has hair. In the pictures, I thought he almost had like rooted hair. And he has like little lines under his eyes to like mimic bags. It's so cute. And his freckles are pretty dark. But now that I'm home and he's all cleaned up, I can show you guys his outfit. So his shirt is like made out of suede, and then his vest is like a thicker type of cotton, and you can see the front and the collar is lined with this purple ribbon, and the purple ribbon is also on his shoulders. He has Velcro in the back, and he has this belt which is printed on, and he has like this faux fur trim, and here's the hanging off portion of his belt. He has faux fur on his sleeves, and his shirt has like a little collar or mock neck, and his vest has a stand-up collar. The one thing that you do need to be careful with this doll is the fabric of his pants. They're like a stretchy type of velvet, and if you pulled it or stretched it out, it could rip. But his pants are velcroed in the back. And I do want to show you guys this tag here. It says that you can hand wash. And the inside of his jacket is also very nicely done. The bottom of his jacket has the fur that continues onto the back. The sculpt is very nice, and it has painted details. And there's a slit in the back so that it's easy to put on and take off his shoes. And another thing about these Disney Store dolls is that they have a left and right foot, so you can tell which shoe goes onto which. So now I'm going to put Kristoff back into his packaging. So underneath his vest, it was wrapped around a couple times, and then close his Velcro as much as possible, and have this wire sticking out, and place him back into the holes, and put his plastic piece back onto the bendy wire. Okay, the bendy wire just broke. Okay, so the bendy wire broke, but I'm going to try to wrap it around still, because it's long enough to wrap. I'm just going to place these into the side of his box because I don't want to throw it away. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you have any questions about the dolls or any comments at all, please leave them down below and I will get back to you. I hope you guys take care and I'll see you in my next video.